Hey everybody out there in the YO universe, this is Survivor 2002 coming at you again from the secret land, Virginia. You're usually used to seeing me as one big talking head and a pair of shoulders, so I thought I'd maybe change things up just a little bit. So, actually, here I am. Hello. Yep, there's a lot more to me than just that. And I'm also practicing for new setups for the new show I've been working on, which is going to start on Saturday. Actually, it's not going to start on Saturday. The first episode will be posted up on both YouTube and Facebook on Saturday. So I hope you will be sticking around for that. When you'll be seeing a lot more of me, maybe more than you care to, but it is a weight loss show, so I just thought I would give you a heads up on that. But before we get started on talking about last night's show, I just wanted to acknowledge another one of the people who wrote a comment about doing just a short editorial on the whole Paula mess over on American Idol. I don't really look at it that much as a controversy because I discussed at length with my partner, with my best friend, with some other friends and some other fans of the show a long time ago about the possibility of Paula crossing over to So You Think You Can Dance because, let's face it, when she was having all those hits back in the 80s, especially with her videos, she has always been a much better choreographer and a dancer than she was a singer. And since I used to run out and get singles by every Tom, Dick, and Harriet that came out with a new single in the 80s, that ought to tell you something that I didn't run out and get hers. But I just think that she'd be a better fit over on So You Think You Can Dance. And Nigel has already pretty much offered her a seat at least as a guest judge, if not as a choreographer. And I would like to see what she would do with some of these dancers if she got on there as one of the guest choreographers, the way that Stacey Tukey and a lot of the other people have been featured. But as far as a controversy goes, I mean, it's no secret that women still are not equal to men when it comes to salaries and whatnot. And they've already divulged how much Randy and Simon make versus Paula. And as much as I sympathize with that, I'm not going to be the one leading the charge to Fox Studios demanding that Paula make more money and come back to the show because, come on, let's face it, people. How many of us out there ever find ourselves in the dilemma of having to say to your boss, you know what, I'm only making $2 million an episode. I need to make at least 10 more. Yeah, right. That's going to happen to us, sure. So yeah, I'm afraid I'm not crying. I ain't crocodile tears for Miss Paula. I'm sure she's doing just fine, even if she's not making what the big boys make. Now, will she be missed on American Idol? Personally, I would say yes. In spite of the loopiness factor, in spite of the way that she sometimes can't get a decent thought put together, that was part of the entertainment value of watching her on that show. Yeah, there were times that you just had to use your mute button and you felt like you were going to wear it out. But all that aside, I just really liked the mix that she brought to the show. But enough about the Paula Abdul news. We need to move on to what happened last night. Just like in the last clip, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time dissecting all the different styles that were done and the different segments and who did what better than whom. What it boils down to is who is my favorite dancer, not who was more technically proficient, who could do arabesques and pliés and développés and whatever better than anybody else. Look, I think we have to put our cards on the table right now and just say, hands down, if this were about technical proficiency, about physicality, then there'd be no question Brandon would be the winner. And for all I know, he might still be the winner. But as far as I'm concerned, the two favorite dancers I have would be KAYLA and Evan. And I would want to see Evan go for the win. Why? For one thing, Mary said herself, Evan and his brother Ryan have brought a style of dance back into the limelight that was pretty much on the way out. If you were not a classic movie or Broadway show enthusiast who was into that style of dance, you wouldn't be able to see it anyplace else, because on MTV or BET or anybody else that's even giving a damn about playing music videos, what do you see? Basically hip-hop moves, and that's just about it. Oh, and some pop, as in High School Musical. But as far as other styles of dances goes, you don't see that much, which is what makes this show so important. And it makes what Evan and Ryan did for Broadway even more important, because they've made it entertaining again. They've made it something that people really want to watch. And if I had to just get down to what the basic reason is that I voted for Evan and for KAYLA, they make me smile. Because of what the show is, it's the emotional factor that I think people should take into consideration more than anything else. If Evan and KAYLA were horrible, horrible dancers, I can see people going, well, you know, why are they there? Why didn't they just vote them off eons ago? The truth of the matter is they're not. And the judges, I think, really forgot what the show is supposed to be about. And it's about America's favorite dancer. Not the best dancer, the favorite dancer. So if Brandon is voted in the end as America's favorite dancer, then us Evan fans or KAYLA fans or JEANINE fans, we just have to get the heck over it, because that's the way it's going to shake out. The rest of our fellow Americans will have spoken, and those are the results. But yeah, Evan, basically, I could sit and watch him dance all day long, ditto with KAYLA, because they love what they do it very well, better than anybody that even attempted to follow the same styles that they do. But that's the reason why I cast my votes, and I hope that everyone else who voted last night took that into consideration. And that next season, when the judges are looking for the next cast, that they take into consideration that technical proficiency is something you can definitely fall in love with, but if the personality is not there, it's just not there. And Brandon, as brilliant a dancer as he is, and I'm sure he's going to have one of the stellar careers in the dance world when this is all over, there's just something about him that just leaves me cold. And that would have been the case even if Mia had not given him the hard time she gave him at the beginning of the season in Vegas. But we are here, boys and girls. The tape to the finish line is right there. And tonight someone's going to cross that line, break that tape, and they're going to join the other 4 people, Nick, Benji, Sabra, and Joshua, as America's favorite dancer. That's another season of So You Think You Can Dance, season 5. 6 is right around the corner. I think that starts in September. I don't know if I'll be sticking around to do the commentary on that, because I'll be busy working with the other project that's about to take off. But if I don't, or even if I do, I want to thank you all for following me this far, and for sending in your comments, whether they were good, bad, or indifferent, because I can't make changes and I can't do the things that you like to see if I don't know what they are. But y'all take care. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. I hope you'll be around for episode 1 of Greetings from the Wasteland. And until then, stay safe, and I will talk to you soon.